was never in the stars for me. The miracles and the wonders was the plan for the average man. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Lori's hearing it.
All his life he said he'd find the nerve to stretch and reach beyond the bell curve, but never did for fear of drawing back an empty hand. He said, what's an average man to do with so little time and all this thing to think through? Maybe I should just stick to what I understand. But he couldn't shake that feeling, no. A feeling so immense it filled the whole blue sky. He said, what if I was born for greatness? What if I am really more than I think I am? What if mediocrity was never in the stars for me? The miracles and the wonders was the plan for the average man. Yeah, 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 yeah. Come on, Miles. An average man, average face and average hands, average feet and square on the middle teeth. Hey, hey, yeah! What if I was born for great? What if I am really more than I think I am? Much more than I think I am. What if mediocrity was never in the stars for me? Miracles and wonders was the plan for me. Yeah, you, I see, it's true. Yeah. I got to sing na 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 na. Oh na 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 na. Have a man sing na 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 na. Oh, na, 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 na. Yeah, I was born for great. I was born for more. Oh, say na, 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 na.
Together we take a stand for love. Together we make a change for good. Together we break the chains of sorrow. Together we live the truth. Together we raise our voice for peace. Together we sing and jump for joy. Together we move, oh we groove, we dance. Together we live the truth. Together we walk our talk with spirit. Together we boldly shake take a stand for love. Together we make a change for good. Together we break the chains of sorrow. Together we live the truth. Alright. Together we speak the truth. Oh, together we choose the truth. Oh yeah. Together we are the truth. Yes we are the truth. Oh, together we live the truth. We live the truth. We live the truth. Together we speak.
Living large in a tiny square, broken pieces seem to lead nowhere. Why do I feel that my life is just pretend? All my dreams staying way too small, they lead me back to where I started from. How can I move when I fear what lies ahead? There's more than what I see. Each step brings me closer to free. Yeah. I realize it's all inside of me. I realize there are no walls in between you and me and this holy word. You and me and this holy word. And I realize now, with each new day I see my life getting bigger with less denying. It's my choice now to leave or just give in. And every morning I give thanks, amen, to all the growth I've experienced. And I've become a dream that's worth believing I am. There's more than what I see. There's more. Each step brings me closer to me. Yeah. I realize it's all inside of me. Oh, I realize there are no walls in between you and me and this holy word. No walls in between you and me, God, and this holy word. Well, it's a long road, but one I choose to travel through this lifetime. And I'm learning what not to do. Believe me, there's more than what you see. Yeah. I realize all inside of me. Yeah. I realize there are no walls in between. No, I realize all inside of me. Oh, I realize. Let's sing. There are no walls in between you and me and this holy word. There are no walls. There are no walls in
between you and me and this holy word.
There are no walls.
There are no walls in between you and me and this holy word.
I know no walls.
There are no walls in between you and me and this holy word. There are no walls in between you and me and this holy word.
I know no walls.
There are no walls in between you and me and this holy word.
You and me, God, in this holy
There are no walls in between you and me and this holy
I know no walls.
There are no walls in between you and me and this holy word. There are no walls in between you and me and this holy word.
I realize
There are no walls in between you and me and this holy word.
your holy word, Lord.
There are no walls in between you and me and this holy word. I realize
There are no walls. There are no walls.
sunshine, your eyes, dewdrops, fireflies. I'm so grateful I'm alive. 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 Yeah. Your voice, waterfall, thrush song, coyote call. Oh yeah, I'm so grateful I'm alive. I'm so grateful I'm alive. I'm so grateful I'm alive. Come on, y'all. I'm so grateful I'm alive. I'm so grateful I'm alive. I'm so grateful I'm alive. Oh yeah, yeah. Your hug, sweet kiss, holding hands in blind bliss. Oh yeah, I'm so grateful I'm alive. 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 The shadows I conceal, endeavor to reveal another part of me, embracing all that I perceive. Cut grass, jasmine bloom, honey a circle in your room. Oh yeah, I'm so grateful I'm alive. 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 Let's take it home. Come on. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. Woo! Thank you, thank you. Thank you online. Gary Lynn Floyd,
Jamie Lula.
Gordy Germain, Jeffrey Dean, Spirit in the house. Thank you all so much.
There was a time in my life, thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient, and I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day. You've got to let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you have to say. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I really and I let it go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife.
morning. I'm Reverend Karen Mitchell, and I am so grateful to be here, grateful to be alive, grateful to be with all of you this morning. And we have, of course, our team with the lovely and amazing consciousness of Laurie Smith, practitioner extraordinaire. So, Laurie, we're going to be hearing from you. How are you doing this morning? Good. And I'm going to unmute you. How are you now?
I'm wonderful, and I'm blessed.
Well, we're blessed to have you here. Absolutely, my dear. Okay, good. We'll be seeing you in just a minute. And here we go. So you see that I am not Reverend Doug. My hair is a little longer. I have a little more lip gloss than he usually wears on a Sunday morning. But Reverend Doug, we're going to send you all of our wonderful healing wishes right now. I don't know if you guys are aware. He just had a minor little rollerblading fall on one knee, and he's doing super well. But he's resting it as he should, and he's going to get some new rollerblades that work much better very soon. I think his new model that he wants to get is coming out in a couple weeks, he said. So send your love and prayers to Reverend Doug. He and Sharon were having a blast yesterday, which is important anyway, right? Even if we skin our knee or fall down, right, we get back up, and having the blast was really well worth it. So, wow, let's see. It's been a crazy week. I've been working with the 4 Agreements class, which has been amazing, that Reverend Doug is facilitating. I know a lot of you are attending that class. We'll talk about that later too. But there's a lot about meaning what you say and saying what you mean, kind of in that class. So I've been working on that a lot this week. We have a lot of current events, as always, going on, right? So we're heading down into towards election time. There's a lot of funny stuff happening with fake ballot boxes, and it's mind-boggling. And as Reverend Doug mentioned last week too, people from other countries calling voters and telling them how to vote. It's an interesting time to be alive, and of course the pandemic is doing its thing, and we're all staying safe and doing the best we can to do that and take care of each other. So what I'd love to do now is I'd love to pray us in, so to speak. I'd really love to bring our attention to this very moment. So what I'm going to do is this time I'm going to remember to put on some Donna Michael music. And hopefully it's there. Reverend Doug makes this look so easy. And thank you, Reverend Doug, for holding my emotional hand this morning. I'm so grateful to be here. So I invite us all to really take a lovely centering breath in and just exhale all the cares of the week, all the worries of the morning, all the things on our mind that keep us from being present right now. Because what I know is that there is one presence. There's one life. That is the life of spirit. It's everywhere. Seen and unseen, through all things, in all things, as all things. And what I know right now is that each of us is that. Fully present. Fully embodying that creativity, that divine intelligence, that laughter, that humor, that adventurousness, the wisdom of all that is. It's right where each of us is right now. And what I'm knowing for each of us is that we access that right now. Everything we need to be or do or have is already right where we are. So I just claim and declare this celebration, this gathering of beautiful spirits is already blessed. It's already perfect. It has already unfolded perfectly in the divine mind of the universe. Oh, and just knowing that and being fully present in that makes me feel right at home. So I just, in great gratitude and in great thanksgiving, I just allow that to be the truth right now for each of us. And in joy and in gratitude, I release my word. I release this beautiful prayer to the law that makes it so. And together we say, and so it is. And so it is. Oh my goodness. Okay. So right about this time, we usually do what's called the Ho'oponopono prayer, which is a Hawaiian practice brought to our attention by Dr. Hugh Len. And it really is about a way of being grateful and loving to everyone. You haven't even harmed them. You've done nothing wrong per se. Let's say we just send it out there as a beautiful loving kindness, like the Buddhist loving kindness prayer. So we know it for ourselves. We love ourselves. We forgive ourselves. And we thank and bless ourselves and those we know and those we don't know, the whole universe. So my Ho'oponopono prayer, I learned a little bit differently than the one y'all have been doing for these many weeks. When I learned it, the order of the words was a little bit different. So I'm going to show you what that is right now. So the order that I learned it in was first to say, I love you, and then I'm sorry, and then please forgive me, and finally ending up in gratitude with thank you. And I think it really doesn't matter, gosh, what order you do these in, honestly. But the song that I wrote to go with this is in this order. So we're going to just get into that space of blessing and releasing and being grateful for any of the ills of the world that we see right now, anything that is dis-ease or disturbing. You know, we can apply this healing prayer to it. And our intention and our feeling behind it is what makes it potent and makes it actually happen and manifest. So, all right. So we're going to do the Ho'opono and just close your eyes if you're comfortable. Just do some breathing and just be present in the moment.
I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you. We are responsible for what we see. Healing ourselves will heal the world. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you. We are responsible for what we see. Healing ourselves will heal the world. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you.
So that was a little different, but hopefully just as effective for you to just kind of settle in and just really circulate that beautiful healing vibration, and especially for Doug's knee. No, he's doing really well. Okay, so normally we have a musician come on at this point, and we kind of are. We're going to have a wonderful video from myself and David Blasucci, a song that I wrote, which is a pretty new one, called Something Wonderful. And I just really wanted to share this with all of you guys this morning because I think it's important to focus on remembering that we really are that love and that light, and we are made of stardust, and we are the ocean in a drop. So hopefully you'll enjoy this. Okay. So I'm going to invite you guys to, of course, sing along during this as the choruses come up and unfold, because I want you to be telling yourself this exact affirmation. I don't know if you need it, but I know I need it. So that's what we'll do. Something wonderful is happening through me. Something wonderful is happening through me. Through my body, through my mind, every moment of my life. Something wonderful is happening through me. Something wonderful is happening through me. Something wonderful is happening through me. Through my body, through my body, through my mind, every moment of my life. Something wonderful is happening through me. I'm never alone. Love is right here where I am, like a single grain of sand on the shore of understanding. I'm never alone, like the stars that light the night, like the love I feel inside. Love is all and never ending, never ending. Something wonderful is happening through me. Something wonderful is happening through me. Through my body, through my body, through my mind, every moment of my life. Something wonderful is happening through me. beautiful
Something beautiful
is
is
happening. Something wonderful. Yeah, so I have a version of that song for my next yoga. I teach yoga also sometimes, and it's like a 10-minute version. So you just lay there and just get into that space. So hopefully you guys love that. And David Blasucci, if you're watching anyway, you're so talented. Thank you for showing up today virtually in our little video. So now I would love to read for you the promises. And here we go. Dr. Ernest Holmes left us these words of wisdom, and I really love to just really focus in and repeat these to myself, at least every Sunday when we do it here. All right, let's take a look at this together. So, I keep the promise that I have made myself to affirm in this moment that I am abundant, healthy, strong, and happy. I keep the intention to daily speak this truth to my inner soul, telling it that it is wonderful. It is something wonderful and marvelous. That it is one with the great cause of life, truth, power, and action. I whisper these things into my soul until it breathes into songs of joy with the realization of its limitless possibilities. I assure my soul. All right. And now it's time to play this beautiful song that Reverend Doug figured out for the ministers conference, which we did. And this is a fabulous one to sing along to. So here we go.
One, two, three.
I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are. His pure spirit. I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are. His pure spirit. We are life, we are light, we are love. We are joy, we are peace, we are wisdom. And beautiful harmony. We are pure spirit. I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are. His pure spirit. I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are. His pure spirit. We are life, we are light, we are love. We are joy, we are peace, we are wisdom. And beautiful harmony. We are pure spirit. I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are. His pure spirit. And who we are. His pure spirit. And who we are.
Holy Spirit.
So beautifully done. And I think we're going to be doing some more song videos of that type to get this beautiful, beautiful New Thought music out there into the world. So thanks, Reverend Doug. That was amazing. And we've got Reverend Donna Michael on there. We've got a bunch of people. So it was a great fun time. Okay, I'm going to read the community affirmation. So let's all say this together. I believe in one power, one living spirit, one indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. I believe that spirit expresses through me and is the unity of all life. I believe that the kingdom of heaven is within, and that we experience this kingdom to the degree that we become conscious of it. I believe that all thought is creative, and that how I choose to think creates my personal experience. I believe the ultimate goal of life to be a complete emancipation from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. I believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, the eternal givingness of life to all. And of course, we are a part here at the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living. We're a part of international centers for spiritual living. They're all around the world, which has been since 1927 an open and affirming community of centers. And here at the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living, we are a radically inclusive and mindfully non-racist spiritual community. All are lovingly welcomed here. Absolutely. Okay, so I want to do a couple of little announcements here. This next Wednesday, we have the last of the 4 agreements classes. So you can still join, you can still come and hang out. It's so wonderful. This book is really a easy read. Practicing what's inside the book, of course, is simple, but not easy. And it's fabulous. We're all making new brain pathways working on this book for the last few weeks, but it's Wednesday at 6 p.m. and it's a love offering basis. So, give what you can and definitely join us. I want to announce now, Sister Circle. Okay. Sister Circle is our new women's group. We've got like 10 or 12 women already. So into being part of this absolute divine goddess circle of women. We come from all different experiences, all different skill sets and gifts that we are bringing to this circle. So I love the idea that as women, we are getting together, we are reaching out into the community and to the world with wonderful charitable things. We're going to be discussing books that we decide that we want to explore. We're going to be exploring spiritual practices and the history of women in the world, in world religions, in the whole entire universe. So it's as simple as that. So that's what we're going to be doing. So the first meeting, I made it for a Saturday because so many of us are working and doing other things or rushing to get home and make dinner or do that kind of thing. So if anyone of you has an issue with the Saturday, let me know. We're not going to be recording these meetings because there's going to be, of course, some personal sharing involved, checking in with each other. And, what happens in the circle stays in the circle. Kind of like Vegas, it just stays there. And we keep each other's confidences. It's a safe space. It's a cherished and an honored space. So they won't be recorded, but gosh, there's no membership fee or anything. So just come on in and enjoy the Sister Circle. Okay. I want to remind you that we do have our fabulous bookstore. I got to tell you, I've been around, singing around at a lot of different centers, and a lot of centers have lovely bookstores. This bookstore was always my favorite bookstore. Even years ago when I came, now I can say we've got, everything from fabulous books, yeah, but there's amazing scarves and clothing and jewelry and I think, everything that you need. So office hours, Monday 9 to 1, Tuesday 9 to 4, Wednesday 9 to 12, and Thursday 10 to 3. Not open on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So do your shopping between these hours. Okay. So now I would love to bring back our fabulous practitioner for today. Lori Smith is going to pray with us. She's going to read our affirmation. She's going to do the flames of faith. So here we are. I'm going to bring Lori back. And for some reason, she's not there. Let me just get her in there. Okay. Let me just see, this is technology doing its thing. And we're okay with it. I'm going to just go back to this one where she is. There you are, my dear. Okay. I am going to you're unmuted now, right?
Right.
Oh, I hear you. Fabulous. Okay, my dear, I'm going to have you now take it away as soon as I find where we are. And you're going to read our affirmation, yes? Wonderful.
Yes.
Okay.
Here we go. And now I'll read the affirmation, and then you can follow with me. Who I am makes a difference. Repeat after me. Who I am makes a difference. One more time. Who I am makes a difference. And now we will do the flames of faith. We perform this ceremony on Sunday to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples and all faiths, all beings come from the one great universal presence, which we call spirit. The unity candle represents the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. We light the first candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the second candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the third candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle, honoring all forms of new thought, the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principle. We light the 10th candle for inclusivity, affirming that all are welcome here. And as we light the healing candle, please put silently into the light names of loved ones, knowing that they have the experience of Spirit's eternal love. And as I breathe into this moment, I invite you to simply close your eyes if it is safe to do so as we move within. There is one life in all and through all. This power within to do good and to be great. This divine authority, this power for good is always with us, and we are interconnected with it and with each other to fulfill all desires. I am so grateful and thankful as I invoke this spirit within each one of us. This power is love, and it expresses through each and every one of us. There are no walls between us and the one. Today is the perfect here and the complete now. So I give great thanks. I'm so grateful for this service and for all who make this service possible. I bless Reverend Doug on his day off. I bless and recognize our practitioners who are here to serve you. And above all, I give blessed thanks for Reverend Karen and her message today. It is a gift, and I hope that you will be the receiver of this great gift. And I just release and let go, knowing that this power is everywhere present. Something wonderful is happening through us. And I know this to be so, and together we say, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you so much for that beautiful, beautiful treatment, Lori. All right, my dear. Well, you can hang out and we will see you next time. Thank you for your beautiful service today. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay. So many buttons. So many buttons. Let me mute Lori for a second there. Okay, very good. Oh, okay. I'm just breathing into this moment. That was a beautiful, beautiful prayer and just totally got me centered once again, which is great. Okay. So all this month, we've been talking about all aspects of our cosmic connection, right? With each other, that we're all one. And I got to thinking, I wrote a song called Reflection. And it's basically the idea that, you know, in the rooms of the 12-step programs I first heard, put down the magnifier and pick up the mirror, you know, and it was said with very sort of like, you know, stop looking for everybody else's flaws and imperfections and problems with a magnifying glass, right? Just pick up the mirror instead and look at all the beauty and all the wonder that is right there. So, okay, so that's what we're going to do right now. It's called
When I hear the tragic news, the us or them, the hateful views, it tears me in two. We are one human race, one earth, one holy face, connected, and you know it's true. Put down the magnifier and pick up the mirror now. I'm your reflection staring back at you. I see perfection in everything you do. When you forget how to love your way through, shine your light. I'll shine it back to you. When I hear the hungry
Okay. That was it. Shine your light, people. We're all a lighthouse. We're all a source of that beautiful light energy that is the one. So, looking at the mirror idea. Aha. Who's the fairest of them all? As I said before, put down the magnifier and pick up the mirror now. I've been working on that for a long time, and I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I think we're all working on it to some extent. I am your reflection, staring right back at you. And when I see you, I'm seeing myself. And when you forget how to love your way through whatever the pandemic, the political stuff, whatever work challenges, employment, unemployment, when we forget how to love ourselves through, then we can do it for each other. So if we keep shining our own light out, even when we're in the midst of grief, despair, even getting a little bit on the edge of hopelessness sometimes, with isolation, I see that happening with a lot of people who reach out for some help. And we can all be there for each other. We are all practitioners of this science, where we know the truth is that we are actually all one being, manifesting as all these different beautifully individualized beings. So when you forget to shine your light, I may remind you, if you want me to shine your light, and I'm going to shine mine at you anyway, and yours is going to reflect back to me, and mine's going to reflect back to you. So that's the idea behind that. And, we talked about October being the month for talking all about cosmic connections. And in particular, this being week 4, our focus is on bridges that last. So we think about the world's oldest bridges, what makes them last through the test of time. We've got some really old bridges around. A good foundation, right? The right materials. An engineer inspired to build something that will last for centuries. The same can be said for building lasting, heartfelt, and healthy relationships. Building bridges that last is the process of creating sustainable, collaborative, community partnerships. Building a bridge for a world that works for everyone. I love that Centers for Spiritual Living are so focused and dedicated on building a world that works for everyone, not just for a few, not just for a certain group that believe a certain way, right? We encompass all beliefs, all religions, we just are working on building that world. So building bridges that last, that kind of reminded me too about building kind of a network, right? We build all these networks of connection. And I watched a show, I don't know if it was on Netflix, I think it was, called The Social Dilemma. And I thought to myself, well, my kids already know what this is all about. Like, it's all about the internet, right? What a gift and what a curse, depending on how we use it, just like everything else in life. So we can either build a bridge, online with other people in little groups and things, or people can use it to hurt other people, to take advantage of people, to exploit people. The big companies like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram have professionals who focus only on how to get as much of our data as they can. Like we're kind of being farmed, almost like animals being farmed for our data. Yeah, and these people who started all of these things, like the like button on Facebook, right? The guy who invented that, he was talking about how he was so excited to think that people could give each other support and reach out and say, I love that, yeah, And then, of course, the flip side became that Facebook itself, corporate Facebook, wanted data, and they wanted to know how many likes. Well, what would make them like it more? Well, what are they liking? Let's give them more of that. And what I noticed was, and what they talked about was that it's true, we end up being surrounded by these little bubbles of just only what we are thinking. So you could have the same news story, right, for one person's Facebook, and then let's say Reverend Doug is looking at his Facebook. He's going to have a whole other slant on it because of what he's previously liked or loved or whatever. So this is where the cosmic connection thing is interesting, because we look to connect online like we're doing right now. And at the same time, it could be that we allow ourselves to be torn into a duality of, well, that's not what I heard in the news story. Well, I heard this. And then we're just in this separate bubble. So just to be aware of that was really interesting to me. My kids already know this stuff, as I said before, but it was an eye-opener for me. And I really think that it's important for us to watch what we're giving our attention to. Insulin is a great, great medication if you're diabetic. It's a lifesaver. But insulin will kill you if you take insulin and you're not diabetic. So it's still just insulin, but it's how are we using it? And what are we feeding ourselves in that way, spiritually and emotionally? The news can be so disturbing. So, okay. So back to the mirror idea. Here, look at that. I just love that. I just want to do their cheeks, It's been a while since I've had a little baby around, so I love that. So in week 1 of October, I'm going to do a little kind of a recap, because this is the last Sunday of the month. So I'm going to do a little bit of a recap. So in week 1, the theme was just like me. So the idea being that there is no other, there's just one. And when we look in the mirror, what are we seeing? What are we looking with? I love that saying. What you're looking for, you are looking with. What you are looking for, you are looking with. I love that. And then in week 2, we talked all about how we are inextricably, great word, inextricably connected, meaning there's no way to extricate ourselves from the connectedness. We can't. We couldn't, even if we wanted to, actually get rid of the connection. The connection to each other, the connection to the oneness of all that is, the connection to spirit, as we call it, which is within and around everything. So that was a great week as well. And then week 3, we touched on the idea of forgiveness being a starting place for building real, true relationships from a real, honest, and open place. And we talked about how when we keep our hearts closed, the thought to me was, well, I've done this. I've closed my heart after being hurt. I don't want to be hurt again. I'm just closed. No more hurt. But when we do that, we're also closing off all the love and all the good. There's no way to close your heart from just some of the stuff. Okay, I don't want that stuff, but I want that stuff. Either it's open or it's closed, right? So we talked about forgiveness being not a thing that validates what someone did that hurt you, and it's not about making them right or wrong. Certainly all it's about is letting go of the pain of what happened. The fact happened. We can't change the fact, but we change our relationship to that. Then we can build all of these new wonderful relationships and new pathways in our hearts and our minds. It says, no greater good can come to you than to know that the power already within you is the power to live, the power to create. Not only to create for yourself, but for others. The power to do good, the power to heal, the power to prosper. You are to realize that the power within you is a divine authority. I like that. Divine authority. Like it's the real deal. the buck stops there. It is a dispenser of the divine gifts. It is a giver of life, of joy. It proclaims the kingdom of heaven, the harmony of the soul, and the unity of all being. And that is from a Holmes Reader on Change. So I came across this amazing story. It's Indian, Buddhist and Hindu kind of, where they meet in India, and it's called Indra's Net. Indra's Net. So the deity Indra is said to have lived at the top of this top of the universe, wherever that is, and is said to have had this giant net, which is infinite in nature, infinite in scope, infinite. And if you've ever seen a net, like a fishing net, I don't know, it you know, where it meets in those little corners where you tie it all together. In Indra's net, in each little nodule, if you will, is a gem. And that gem in each nodule reflects all of the other gems. So if you look at one of the gems in Indra's net, all the other gems are reflected in that one gem. And then if you go to the inside of that gem and look very, very close, all of the gems are also within. So basically the idea is now coming around to science. Scientists are realizing, oh my gosh, we're in this cosmic web, right? Almost like a spider web, how when the unfortunate insect lands on the web, the spider gets a vibration, you know, and knows immediately, okay, there's lunch, you know. In a different way, in a non-predatory way, we're all connected on this net, on this historic Indra's net. And so when anything happens to one part of the net, it's happening to all the gems at a time. So all of us are the gems. All of life is the gems in Indra's net. And I just love that visualization that all of the gems are reflected in just me. So that's why when we look in the mirror, we're really seeing everything, the all that is, right here, which is really, that's kind of a massive thing to think about. I think Deepak Chopra really says it beautifully here. Let's take a look.
There's a level of nature, according to physics, where everything is in fact inseparably one, where space, time, energy, and information, and all the objects of the universe become one universal field of pure potentiality, pure creativity, pure correlation. So there's no controversy about this right now, okay? Call it what you will, but you know, the fact of oneness is real. That your thoughts, your biology, and the world are one process. Your physical body is one process, but it's inseparable from your mind. So all these artificial distinctions in the deeper reality don't exist, whether they're male or female, or biological organism and environment. What do you mean environment? That tree is your lungs. If it didn't breathe, you wouldn't breathe. This air, this atmosphere is your breath. This earth is recycling as your body. Those rivers are your circulation. Why do you call it the environment? It's your body. You have a personal body, you have a universal body, and they're both equally yours. Because without one, the other wouldn't exist. So this dualism is the very basis of all the problems we have. And to get into that unity consciousness, you have to actually go to the deeper domains of existence, which today, for the first time, science is exploring. I mean, science has no problem these days with the word non-locality or quantum entanglement. And you ask them, what does it mean? They say that everything is one. That, you know, at this level, the oneness exceeds even what you might call the speed of time. That, you know, everything in the whole universe is correlated with everything else in the universe, and this correlation is unmediated, unmitigated, instantaneous. It violates the laws of relativity. Read the Scientific American this year with cover story with Einstein on the cover says, was Einstein wrong? Because, Einstein could not accept certain things, including non-locality, observer effect, uncertainty. There were lots of things that Einstein didn't accept, which now turn out to be true. Oneness is real. Okay, and if you're not experiencing it, then you're living in the illusion of the separate self.
Oneness is real. And Deepak was very, hey, he's speaking his truth there. I don't know if that guy was just in shock, sitting there. I don't know if he understood him really, but yeah, this is what we're talking about. So this is what New Thought is. This is the movement. It's science, it's physics, it's quantum entanglement, non-locality. It's everything is in one spot all at once. And it's really interesting to wrap our brains around that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's amazing. And I'm so glad that Deepak is out there bringing all of this wonderful information to the world, because this is what we're after here. He's talking about a river. Look at that. I mean, that's a river from up above, right? Look at all the tributaries. And I mean, it looks like part of a human body, right? He mentioned that the river is our circulation. Water systems are our circulation, like the circulation in our bodies. And when we look at this picture, I love this picture, just that's a hand, and that's the circulatory system in the hand. But, when we look at a tree and picture it this way, we've got the oxygenated blood cells and we've got the oxygenated blood, all intertwining, all nature. So one of my favorite ancient writers, I'll say ancient because it's 1860s is when he was born. And I'll probably mispronounce his first name, Rabindranath Tagore. Tagore was born in India, Bengal, and he was an amazing writer who got his education in England. At that time, England was occupying India. He got an English education, and then he came back, and he became friends with Gandhi. And he and Gandhi were very active in the movement for Indian independence. Tagore won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1913, and he was knighted by the British government and actually rejected his knighthood because of the occupation of India, and he wanted freedom for his people. So I love his quote here. This is Tagore here. "The same stream of life that runs through my veins night and day runs through the world and dances in rhythmic measures. It is the same life that is rocked in the ocean cradle of birth and death, in ebb and flow." Let's hear what Jim Carrey has to say about this.
We are absolutely connected. It's like, there's no question about it to me. There's no separation. That's been physically proven by science. I think everybody's looking for something that they already have.
I think the reason that we don't notice it is because we are so distracted by the human levels of our experience. You might not actually be what you think you are.
The fact that we're already enlightened, we're already complete, and it's just realizing that you're complete. So everything we do to each other, or everything we see in each other, is us seeing ourselves.
And yet the one thing that remains is this feeling of existence. I'm not a human being that has consciousness. I'm consciousness that is shaped into a human being. All of us are energy. A human being is a very complex pattern of energy. I always have been that energy, and I always will be that energy. I know this conceptually. Why don't we feel it? And just like an ocean is water in motion, we can call a certain part of that ocean a wave, but it gives us the illusion that the wave is a separate entity in the ocean. But a wave is not in the ocean, a wave is the ocean. And similarly, we might not be waves. Maybe we're the ocean. Maybe all of us are energy, and we can realize that directly. All suffering is based on the illusory separation that there's an individual in the environment, that there's a person that has to survive, that this specific collection of 1,000 trillion atoms has to hold itself together. But if I realize directly that I am energy, and I realize that the body and the mind are a temporary manifestation of that energy, then I can fully accept the death of the body and mind as something that does not happen to me, because I was always energy and I always will be.
I was always energy and I always will be. So Deepak says oneness is real, and the suffering that we experience is from believing in that illusion of separateness. It's our cosmic connection that we've been talking about all this month that is real. That's what's real. So even if you're on lockdown, we've got relatives overseas that are on lockdown now again, it's hard on people. But just knowing that we're never really separate, we're never really alone, that we are cosmically connected, our thoughts are things, oneness is real. Knowing that God in each of us, as us, is us. And we know that for 2020, our vision here at the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living has been one life in focus. Okay, I made a backronym. God help me. I made one. Doug is the king of the backronym. But here, mine is oneness. Our nature is expressing as our never-ending spiritual source. Oneness. Ta-da. So we've reached the point where I really want to discuss just affirmative giving. I just want to say thank you to everybody for participating in this lovely service today. And I love that we can reach out to each other and support each other. You guys have supported me so beautifully. So let's talk about giving here now. Affirmative giving. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of this spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And, of course, in our everyday lives, every time we have an interaction with someone, we can say this: I bless this gift in faith, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. We've got a lot of ways that you can help to support this beautiful center. You can do the e-giving, which I do because it's so easy. Even I can do it. I got the app on my little cell phone there, and I just do that. You can also go to our website. Address. So you can actually send a check or whatever you like to our High Desert Center for Spiritual Living, 18575 Corwin Road in beautiful Apple Valley, California, 92307. And it's hi-desert.csl.org. All right, so in closing, I just want to say thank you for being with me this morning, for allowing me to share with you some thoughts and feelings and some science of mind that I've learned over the years. Thank you, Reverend Doug. Take care of your knee. I know it's already healed beautifully. And thank you, Lori Smith, our beautiful practitioner today, for your incredible prayer. And thank you to all the practitioners and all the High Desert CSL community. If you've joined us for the first time, welcome. All are welcome here. Come back again every Sunday. Okay. It's time for God Makes Me Want to Sing. I love you guys. Until next time, namaste.
Can't help it, God makes me wanna sing. I can't help